There you are. Welcome back. I read that in Poseidon's voice. I read that as like, there you are, coward. Burning around in all my years. Okay, that might be a little loud. Hi, good to be back. Good to be back. Sorry, I've been waiting for sure. For this moment? Oh, that's the song. Okay. I've been waiting for this moment. And then your hand will reach throughout the screen and force me into some water that I didn't know was replacing my floor. How have you been? How have you been? As for today, I just sort of did like menial tasks. So good? Is that sarcastic or is that genuine? First things first. What's up? I have a question. What's the question? What's up? Did TOP drop something? Have you ever heard of Immortals Phoenix Rising? I think I have. Is that... Hold on, I think I have. Let me just... Immortals Phoenix Rising. Yeah, okay. I think I own that game, actually. I never actually played it a whole lot. I played it for, like, very brief period of time. I did some introductory stuff. I don't think I never really committed to it. I do know what it is, though. I already own it. I do own it. Then never mind. Aw. Were you about to, like, recommend it to me? I remember I played it for a little bit, and I liked what I played, but, like, I didn't really have the time to really commit to it. I feel like, I don't know, this was like, God, this was like 2 years ago at this point, whenever it came out. It's free right now until 2nd December, and I thought, oh, gotcha. You also like Greek mythology. I like Epic the Musical. I am fascinated by Greek mythology, but I'm highly ignorant to the majority of it. I guess I also like Hades as well. Hades is cool. Maybe it's something you like. Maybe it is. Maybe I should go back and give it another shot. I don't remember much of what I played. I think I played like some introductory stuff like 2 years ago. I'm trying to actively find time in my schedule to play video games again, because it's gotten real hard. It's gotten real hard. I just today I purchased a game called Dispatch, which I think is kind of popping off right now. But there's an even better game. Can you guess? Ooh. Is there another game for... Are you referring to like the Epic Game Store by chance, or is it free for... Or is it just free for something else? What are we looking for? Professor Layton? Is that coming out soon? Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna play this one. We're gonna play Azran Legacy. I believe New World of Steam was delayed to next year, unless I'm mistaken. Was there a new Professor Layton release? Oh. Professor Layton... I was just referring to whatever Layton... Oh, okay. We're referring to Layton as a series. I got you. I got you. And guess what we're gonna dive into? Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Because we are back in business. But Dispatch, oh, you played Dispatch. I just purchased it today. I haven't actually played it yet. But like, I don't know, it seems like a good time. It's been a while since I've played like just like a pure like interactive story game like that. I plan on playing that in my own time. I made sure that like all the episodes are released or whatever. Because like, you know, I remember they used to release those games like that. But I think it technically is still like episodic, but it seems like it was over like a kind of a shorter period of time. Which I think is interesting. But like, yeah, it just seems like a fun little superhero thing I can just kind of get lost in. Yeah, I purchased that literally today. I had the intention of playing it and I got distracted. That's a very common thing I'm saying these days. I intended to play this video game, but I got distracted. 2 episodes per week. Yeah. Interesting. That's probably... I think they probably know that, like, releasing it episodically will maintain people's attention for longer, but putting in too much space in between episodes will make people forget about it. So that actually seems really cool, and I kind of low-key wish I experienced it that way, but I will jump into... Oh, is there more than 8 episodes? 8 episodes for now? I thought I saw, like, a thing on the PlayStation Store that said the finale was out. And I was like, okay, I came in here just in time. Or they will make a second season. That's so fun. It's like an actual TV show. Hell yeah. My understanding is like that game is the result of what was formerly the Telltale team. So like it's not technically Telltale anymore, but like that's sort of what they're working on now. They figured something out, and it seems like the game has gotten some popularity. So I'm excited to get started with it. I think it's really helpful for me if like games are divided into very clear sort of sections, because it means I could be like, okay, I can play this for like a semi-predictable amount of time, and then there will be a good stopping point, and then and then it's like easy to plan around, you know. I'm still playing through Hollow Knight Silksong at a very, very slow pace. There's just some bosses are they're just too much for me. Nice. The Dispatch game is sometimes hard. Oh, I thought it was like a story game. Oh no, is there like, can you like fail? Have I misunderstood what kind of game it was? I just sort of thought it was like decisions. It was like decisions and like conversations. Did I misunderstand? Are there parts that are hard? Because that's kind of fun too. I'm not deterred from the game with this, but it's both fascinating. Okay. I will keep that in mind. I did not know that. Okay, all right. I'm ready to get in. I'm ready to get into this. We have 2 more locations. We have jungle and desert. Have you not seen a trailer of the demo? I remember seeing a trailer for it, I think, at like the Game Awards like a few years ago. I think they had a trailer for it during that. And I remember thinking it was cool at the time. And recently I've been kind of like seeing it on like my feeds and everything pop up and be like, oh, I guess that came out. I guess that came out and people like it. And so I just sort of impulsively was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But like, I have seen a trailer like ages ago, but I think that's kind of good though for me. Because I really like going into, it means I get to go into it blind. So like, I feel like for a story game especially, I think that would be exciting. All right, do I have a coin nearby? I want to flip a coin to decide whether I go to jungle or desert. Let me see here. Do I have like a physical coin? There's a story and a minigame. Gotcha. Okay. I'll figure it out. Hold on. I think I have like a Mario coin somewhere. Is this it? Oh god, there's dust on it, but it's in a case though, so it'll look very pristine. I have a coin. Oh god damn it! This isn't a coin. This is like a star. Damn it! All right, you have a coin. You have a coin. You can flip the coin. Let me see here. Oh no! I knocked this Sprigatito over. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, little lad. You deserve the world. Anyway. All right. Let's say. Okay. Well. Let's say heads is the jungle and tails is the desert. I'm eagerly waiting. I'm waiting in anticipation. We're probably gonna do both of them today. Tails, desert it is. I can't wait to be hot. I can't wait to have sand in my eyes. If the map in the Azran Dome is accurate, then there should be an egg somewhere in the vicinity. The land is arid, yet the ore paints the landscape a beautiful hue. The nearby town is surrounded on all sides by rocky mountains. Locating the egg may prove difficult. I agree. I can only scent a faint residence of the Azran. Then it seems we will have a long journey ahead of us. Let us begin by talking to the locals. Let's hope they don't ritually sacrifice people like the last place we went to. Jesus Christ, that was insane. Okay, so we're getting like Western vibes. It's so dusty out here. According to Professor Sycamore, this is the town of Torito? Torito? I've not heard of it before. I don't think I see anything that looks like the Azran ruins around here. The people of Torito are sure to be more familiar with the area than we are. It never hurts to ask around. Well then, time to get down to business. That is, as soon as we find someone. Let's get down to business! Those weren't the right notes at all, but that's okay. It is unusually quiet for a town at this time of day. We went to a town that was mostly abandoned as well. I guess the dialogue is... They do their best, but like sometimes the dialogue is skewed in a way where it's like the characters sort of... I don't know, sometimes the ordering is a bit weird in terms of the things they say. Oh, there's a person. Well, aren't you thick? That should not have been my third. That should not have been my first thought looking at you. Okay. All right. Gotta whip out our Western accents here. All right. No, okay. You don't have like a deep voice. You probably have like a. Okay. Hi. A word of advice from me to you. We don't take kindly to strangers here in Cerrito. Wow, you talk just like they do in cowboy films. Oh wait. Okay. Okay, no. Okay, he has a deep voice. Never mind. How do they have... Don't fucking... You are insane for doing that, Luke. Oh my god. Howdy there, partner. A fine day for rustling some cattle, ain't it? Yeah. Luke, no, you can't just appropriate their culture like that. Luke, please. What? I don't think you heard me straight, boy. You hightail it out of here and don't you come back, you hear? Oh, see, now we're not welcome. Now we're not welcome because you offended him. I can't say this has been the warmest of welcomes. Is there any particular reason for your hostility, sir? Sure is. You folks. You see, you shouldn't be here. And unless you're a tough nut like me, you ain't gonna last 10 seconds in this town. Everyone, run for your lives! It's all red! Oh, red! Yikes! Somebody call the sheriff! I somehow feel like the sheriff's not gonna do anything to help the situation. It didn't take much for that tough nut to crack. It seems unwise to linger here. Let's follow that man. Okay, well, before we do that, we gotta look for hint coins, obviously. Make sure our priority's in order. I'm probably good on hint coins, to be honest. I probably don't have to do that, but I don't know. It's just like a thoroughness thing. There's probably one up there. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I hope that wasn't, like, needed. Oh. I hope someone didn't need whatever was up there. Oh my god, we, like, poked it. That was this week's ore shipment. Okay. Okay, finally. Well, red, I'm imagining is a bull. And through shenanigans, we're probably going to find out the bull is not real or something. Some sort of shenanigans. Okay. Where are we headed? Let's leave! And then they just walk leisurely. Yeah, I feel like y'all should pick up the pace, probably. Oh, it's like a wolf. Oh my god.
That must be old Red.
We don't seem very alarmed. Hey, I really feel like there should be higher urgency. Hey, that thing will kill me. Bro looks like Cerberus a little bit, just with one head. Of course you two are here. Did you see that? It's the egg! We found it at last, McCall. Boss was right then. Get in position. Don't let it get away! Robin, wait, get back here. Professor, it's Targent. Well, if we wait very patiently, the wolf may eat them. And it won't be our fault, because what are we realistically going to do about it? Yes, this is very worrying. Even more worrying is the fact that the egg appears to be hanging around that wolf's neck. Well, at least now we know why the streets are virtually deserted. Those men ran straight after the wolf. Come on, Professor, we have to hurry. Luke, stay calm. We have already lost sight of them. Besides, it would be ill-advised to give a chase without first finding our bearings. Right, we should ask around first. Do you think that man will be more willing to help now that his overblown ego is popped? We really do not respect him. We are choosing to, like... Damn. We got such a negative opinion of that man in such a short period of time. They don't respect you. I just saw like a half a second of the other guy that was on the screen, and I lament not clicking him. What? He was so... Okay. The varmint's gone. Well, gee, that's a relief. Hello again. You folks again? Look, I ain't no yellow belly. Just skedaddle already. You came to the wrong place at the wrong time. One moment, if I may. If it's fair to say the wolf we saw earlier is the cause of the Torito's troubles, is it not? Yeah, what you saw just now is all red. About, 3 weeks ago, he started coming down from yonder mountains. Could you tell us which mountains exactly? Not a chance, missy. You go up there and he'll gobble you up faster than you can shake a rattlesnake. But if you're still fixing for an early grave, go see the sheriff about it. He'll be in the saloon. Okay, show me the other person again. You seem so happy. I was really hoping I could talk to you, but you just... I love your energy. You just... You have such a jolly view of the world, or you're coping really hard with the traumatic thing that just happened. I love him. I love him. He is if an emoji was a person. He's my favorite. He's my favorite character in all the Layton games. No, he's not. That's not true. But he's up there. He shot up the ranks real quick. Okay. I'll just go. So, I would like to think we just kicked the door down and we could just be like a... Who's sheriff around these parts? And then we can proceed from there. Despite the panic outside, this room exudes goodwill and cheer. Why is that? The people here seem to be celebrating the fact that they survived the encounter with Old Red, rather than dwelling on their fear. Except for that other guy. That other guy was dwelling on his fear pretty hard. That man outside said the sheriff would be in here, but I don't see anyone who looks like a sheriff, do you? I mean, we don't know that. You're probably the sheriff. I will say you don't have typical... I did not realize you looked like that. Oh, he's drunk. Okay. He's drunk on cafe water. Hate to see you around these parts, little lady. Where do you hail from? Me? I'm from the Azran. Oh, Azran. Yep. I think my cousin Doc took a trip there last summer. Fine place. Say, you came for a game of cards? I'll deal. He looks like a Dr. Seuss character a little bit. Okay. Now, see here, little missy, here's the game. Don't worry, it's simple enough, even if you ain't never played it before. Look at hands 1, 2, and 3. Each time I've... this is all one right there. Look at hands 1, 2, and 3. Each time I've lined up the same 4 cards. Some of them face up, some face down. On the touch screen, you'll see I've lined up the 4 cards once again. If you turn over one of these cards and produce a diamond, you win. Well, lady, which one are you gonna flip? What? I'm not sure I understand. If you turn over one of these cards and produce a diamond, you win. Well, I don't see what information I have to go off of here. Unless, like... Hold on. Okay. I guess I have no choice but to find a pattern here, because otherwise I just don't really know what's going on. Okay, so... Let's say like the heart, for instance, will go like 2 to the right? And so the heart will be in... It goes from position 2 to position 4. And then it must be in position 2 once again. So... Well, if everything kind of rotated that way, then... Maybe the red cards do something different than the black cards? I don't know. Let's see the spade here. So the spade is in position 3, position 2, and position 3 again. And then position 4. No, in position 3 again. Is it implied that there's only 4 cards? Was that said? Maybe there's like differences on like the back of the cards that I need to be looking at. They look pretty similar to me though. I'm looking at them. That would have been a creative puzzle if you had to like look at the back of the cards. But I feel very pressured by his intense glare. I feel like I want to see a pattern, but like, I don't... Okay, so spade is in position 1. Goes from 1 to 4. I don't have enough to go off of there. I guess, hold on. Okay, I guess some cards are getting swapped out. Because, like, there's a Joker. Okay. No, I'm looking at, okay, yeah, I'm looking at hand 1 and I'm looking at hand 3, and they do not have the same cards on them. Yeah, they actually have a completely different little lineup there. So maybe it's like a repeating pattern. But I actually just, I'm trying to like put words to my thoughts here, but like I actually just have no idea what I'm looking at. I actually just have no idea what I'm supposed to be. Hold on, maybe I'm supposed to be looking at like his little thingies. Maybe I'm supposed to be looking at his mannerisms. Let me analyze him for a second. He's giggling. Head tilt. Shuffle. Shuffle. Slower. Giggle. Oh. Okay, that's not helping. Dang, I think I need a hint. I actually have no idea what they're getting at here. I don't even know where to start. Because if they're like different cards every time too, maybe they're not different cards every time, but I guess I'll get a coin. Look at the symbols. You can see various cards: a spade, a heart, club, a diamond, and a joker. That's 5 different symbols across the 4 cards. There must be 5 surfaces with symbols printed on them. Right. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. Dang, first puzzle of the day. Okay, look at the cards that are lined up with the touchscreen. Three cards with their pattern sides face up. Now consider the information provided. Hint 1, these 4 cards have 5 faces. You can see here that there are also 3 patterned surfaces. Since there are only 8 surfaces, this means that there is only 1 spade, 1. What? What are you talking about? What? You can see that there are also 3 patterned surfaces since there are only 8 surfaces. Huh? These 4 cards have... The fact that you're an option is crazy. Double-sided, right. Okay, so, okay. Okay, so the implication is that, okay, there are only 4 cards. I was starting to doubt that premise. The same 4 cards, but there are 5 faces. Okay, so the implication is that some of them are double-sided, or at least one of them is double-sided. Okay, so I guess that doesn't really tell me which one it is. Well, it can't be. It can't be the. It can't be the club though, because I see the club and the Joker there. Although I guess maybe the club and the. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe they just really want me to consider that as a possibility.
I'm fairly.
This is flawed logic, but.
Oh, I did it.
Yeehaw! The club is the card you need to turn over. Once you realize one of old Derringer's cards is double-sided, this puzzle becomes a lot easier, ain't that right, miss? It still could have been any of them. I feel like there wasn't sufficient evidence for that. I was just sort of like following what I felt the twist of the puzzle was, but okay. I see. Now that's how you play cards. That guy looks like a sheriff. That's a sheriff if I've ever seen one. Derringer! Oh, you've got a lot to answer for, you chiseler. Okay, so if I commit to that voice the whole time, I will have laryngitis by the end of this. Sheriff, this was just a friendly little game. There weren't nothing untoward about it, I swear. I didn't steal any of their contact information. Oh, I always thought you was low, but you cheating an innocent girl at a game of cards. You better make tracks. Pronto. Did he cheat us? I don't feel as if he did anything wrong, to be honest. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. That Derringer may be a bit sly, but he may have a terrible sense of humor. But I guess deep down, he ain't really a bad egg. Speaking of it, you two seem like you're searching for eggs. Just a little hunch on my part. Anyhow, you folks must be from another country, another county or some such. What brings you out here to this deadbeat town? We're looking for something. The wolf you call Old Red has the item we seek around its neck. You want to meet Old Red? With all due respect, you folks must be off your rocker. But if you're serious... Listen, this ain't really the place. Folks is celebrating and I don't want to bring down the mood, you hear? Let's talk somewhere quieter. Meet me by the dried up creek just north of here. Okay. I have a feeling I'm about to take a big old bite of that steak right there. I'm about to take a big old bite of that steaming steak. Oh yeah. One more. Okay, thank God there was a coin. Oh my God, it was someone else's engagement ring. Wow, look at how long this hot dog is, Professor. Oh, I didn't even process that. That would fill me up for a whole day. What the what? What are y'all on? I didn't even process what I was looking at. What are y'all on? Hot dogs, I guess. I generally prefer cucumber. Same. Okay, Layton. It's a big hot dog. It's cool. I found a mischievous nut in your boiling pot of water. What are you gonna do about it? Look, Professor, look at this, the leg of ham. What an impressive set of antlers. I gotta say, the person in this wanted poster looks a lot like that guy right there. Silhouette matches and everything. Okay. Hello, little salamander. Bye, little salamander. I hope you enjoy the journeys that you journey on. We are fucking up everyone's navigation in this town by doing that. We are just destroying all of the infrastructure of this town. Okay. Pardon me for back there. I just didn't want you to cause a fuss for the whole town, you know. You are afraid of the big wolf? I ain't denying it. That old boy causes us a heap of trouble whenever he pays us a visit. Now, I'm sure you ain't blind, but beyond our little oasis of calm, there ain't nothing but badlands as far as the eye can see. I figure his old watering hole dried up, so he made Torito his new favorite spot, if you catch my drift. That makes sense. Animals do what is required to survive. Yep. Now, I ain't saying I don't feel for the poor fellow, but if he goes on like this, folks will not want to live here no more. Besides, you think this is the worst town to live in? I strongly disagree. We have visited somewhere that is far more sinister. Sad. Who's to say he won't try and make off with Derringer like one day for his breakfast? Derringer or the like, one day. Well, we are aware of the danger, Sheriff. Nonetheless, it is imperative that we find Old Red. I take it you would know where his den is? No backing down, eh? Ah, fine. But first you gotta help me with this here mystery. Me when I gotta be first help with that here mystery. A farmer comes back to his chicken coop to find the door open and all his chickens gone. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. He tells the sheriff, who works out either A, B, C, or D is responsible, but they're all pointing fingers at each other. Okay. It's B who's to blame. C's the culprit, no doubt about it. It's either A or B, I'm not sure which. I remember the Curious Village was full of puzzles like this. And I miss them. I miss these. It's B or C, one of the two. Only one of these people is telling the truth. Can you work out who's to blame for this? Only one is telling the truth. Fascinating. Okay. So, I mean, the tried and true method for puzzles like this is to sort of like go down the list and just sort of be like, okay, so assuming this is the one telling the truth, are there any contradictions in the rest of the thing? So, it's B who's to blame. So, let's assume that is correct. Let's just assume that's correct. So, account A, sure. B says C is the culprit, no doubt about it, so that would mean they're not the culprit. C says it's either A or B, I'm not sure which. Maybe he could be sure he's A or B. I don't know, I'm probably overthinking it, actually. So that could be a contradiction if he's trying to say A or B. I don't know, I feel like we're probably not going to go in technically true territory here. D says it's B or C, one of the two. Okay, so that falls apart pretty fast. So that means A is lying. So let's assume B is it, and C is the culprit here. So that means B is to blame, so B is clear. B says C's the culprit. C says it's either A or B. No contradiction there. And then D says B or C, one of the two. Okay, and then there's a contradiction there. Okay, so let's assume C is telling the truth. It's either A or B, not sure which. Fascinating. It could be A or B. Let's assume that, because if D could still be lying here. Because if D says it's either B or C, that doesn't necessarily contradict what is on the table. D says B is to blame, B says C is to blame. That means but neither of them are telling the truth. No one said anything about D at all. So I'm gonna assume someone would have said it. Okay, so I think C is telling the truth. And I'm working on who's to blame. I'm gonna say A.
Here's my answer. Critical thinking.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
To success.
A is the one who's responsible for the chicken's disappearance. He didn't steal them, though. He simply forgot to close the door. Of course. I like that one that's on, like, the top there. They're just sort of going like, I feel like they're scheming, and I want to support them with whatever scheme that they have going on. Flying in the go. Thunderation. So that... What? Thunderation. So it was that fella. His name is Thunderation? It sounds like an animation studio, or like someone that made like sitcoms or something. Guess I'll be sleeping easy tonight. If the chickens are the only thing I have to worry about, there's still a giant wolf possibly eating townsfolk. Anyway, now a deal's a deal. I'll tell you what you want to know. Some folks has seen Old Red going into the old abandoned mine at night. My guess is that's where he sleeps. Now, I'm sure you've got good intentions and all, but I want no more part in this. From here on, your lives are in no one's hands but your own. Please, for your own good, stay clear of the old boy. Do you have, and this is a relevant question, do you have a gun? Because I feel like that could be a good situation to use it if we had a gun to shoot it. Actually, I don't know. We're probably going to learn the animals die. And Luke's probably going to talk to it, and he's probably just going to be misunderstood. Oh, he probably just wants water. We just got to find a way to get him some water, and Luke's going to figure that out. And then everyone's going to be all hunky-dory, happy ever after, and whatever. That's what we're going to do. That's what's going to happen. You did it. You did it, Mimi. You did it.
So Old Red's den is somewhere in that mine, is it? Ah, well, let's go and pay the old boy a visit.
We are way too comfortable. It is incredibly stupid to just walk into an abandoned mine shaft to encounter a legendarily evil wolf.
Leave it to me. I'll see if I can convince him to give us the egg.
I guess that is a good point. We are capable of communicating with it. So I guess that's a good point. Okay. Abandoned mine shafts, even when they don't have wolves in them, are just scary. Like, you could just fall and die at any time, and no one would find you. You could get trapped somewhere, and you would have no way of getting help. I don't know how people go spelunking. I really don't. I don't know how they do it.
So this is the mine where Old Red lives. We'd best be on our guard.
Agreed. Nope, it's very possible that he will have a bad temperament. He may not listen to you. To be on the safe side, we should have a backup plan.
Oh, no need for that.
I'm sure I could sort this out. I love your optimism, but, like, we might die today if this doesn't work. The stakes are high, and I think it would be foolish not to set a safety net. Okay, so what's over here? Okay, I thought we were gonna go through like a whole bunch of catacombs. There's a dead thing there. Actually, no, you look misunderstood. The pose you're in, the face you're making, never mind. I'm suddenly a lot less afraid of you. Well, you got plenty of water here, so maybe, I guess I was wrong earlier.
Oh, he's baring his fangs. That might not be a good sign.
You said you could do it. And you know what? You put yourself in this situation. I'm either going to watch you succeed wonderfully, or I'm going to watch you be decapitated in one swoop. There's going to be no in between. You decided you wanted to flip the coin. I say we let you. Never say we don't let never say we don't let you do fun things ever again.
No? He seems to be in pain. I wonder if it's hunger, like the sheriff said. I hope not, because we just walked into his lair. Mind you, if he wanted to eat us, I'm sure he'd have done it by now.
Are you sure?
Oh dear, I'm not sure that's very comforting. Anyway, a gentleman never backs down from a challenge. I can do this. Old Red, please listen. We don't mean you any harm. We just want to know what's wrong so we can help.
I'm really just doing growl noises into a microphone right now.
Oh, you are? So that's why. What did he say? The reason he keeps visiting Torito is because he wants to find the girl who once saved his life.
You can't see how hard I just rolled my eyes, but I just rolled my eyes pretty hard. Okay. So everyone just sort of assumed you were dangerous. I guess if you haven't done anything... Okay, I assumed if everyone was that afraid of you that you would have, like, done something. But I guess maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe that was a bad assumption on my part. Let me get comfy here.
He doesn't think he has very long left, and he wants to thank the girl before it's too late. Aww! Oh, Red. So, he's ill? I'm not sure. He just says that he's in terrible pain. He can't find the girl himself because every time he goes into town, the people just run away in fear. Oh, okay, we can... This is a solvable problem. We could just go and just be like, hey, they actually really don't want to hurt anybody. And like that, okay, this is best case scenario. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. We could just sort of help him with whatever. We could just nab that little egg off his collar. Like, that'll be fine. Maybe we could help him find the girl and he could give us his pendant.
Grrr!
He's not keen on that idea. It's really precious to him. It was a gift from the girl and now he wants to give it back. Fascinating. Okay, so that complicates things quite a bit. But she can't need the aura stone as much as we do. What should we do? We don't know that. Well, if I was in his position, I'd want to do the same thing, so I think we should help him. He says the girl is quite short, and the last time he saw her, she was wearing a red scarf and had plaited black hair. Okay, short, red scarf, black hair. Okay. Come on, let's go back and find her. This seems like a very simple fetch quest. And I'm wondering how complicated it gets. No, that's not you. No, it's not you. Sheriff Flint, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were scared of the old boy.
Ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, the only one who was happy about old Red coming to pay us a visit is you. He may have good intentions, like you say, but all it takes is one little accident. He'd have one very angry mob hunting him down.
Oh, don't be such a ballyhoo. When's old Red ever said anything about eating folk? That's the darndest thing I ever heard.
Maybe you are. Maybe you are the girl, and you just changed. Maybe you just evolved. Lady, I reckon anyone who claims they could speak with the old boy is sure to be 2 rungs short of a ladder.
Oh, that's rich. You ain't the sharpest tool in the shed yourself, Flint. Besides, a wolf or two might even be good for Torito. It'd liven up this dull burg. Wow, that lady's really having a go at the sheriff.
Indeed. Perhaps we should inquire. Yeah, what's she up to? It's called aging. No, it's called evolution, don't you know? I guess I was thinking in terms of, like, Pokemon for some reason. I guess that is just literally how it works, though, isn't it? Good evening, Sheriff. About the lady with whom you were arguing. Oh, that old gal. Well, we all got pieces of art in us, but she's just got bigger pieces than most. I'm worried one of these days she's gonna get herself into a whole lot of trouble. Heck, it's like this every time Old Red pays us a visit. Some say she's the one calling the beast over. So she does care about the beast. That doesn't necessarily mean it's her, but...
But Old Red was a gentle giant. I hope that bossy old woman isn't bullying him.
Gentle giant? Have you got eyes in the front of your head, boy?
Luke here is, let us say, a great lover of animals. He believes... Luke is a furry. He believes that deep down they all have a gentle side.
That's sweet, but don't go siding with the old lady just 'cause it sounds nice. I reckon she's gone off a rocker.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Come on, Professor, let's find the girl Old Red has been looking for.
Alright, I suppose we can always continue our inquiry later.
Okay. I'm quite hot, actually, so I'm gonna go, like, crack a window open real quick. Let me just... Cool. Now I just have to not be too loud to alert the neighbors. Okay, so... I feel like it's probably her. She's the only suspect so far. Where is she? Oh. No. Okay, well, short, black hair, red scarf. They might very well not be wearing a red scarf anymore. Have I seen you before? You? Who are you? I've seen you before. Daria, what brings you to this remote little town? Ah, no, wait. Your next big scoop, I presume?
Oh, you're the newspaper person, right?
On the ball as always, Desmond. Can I get your opinion on something? I'm thinking of publishing this puzzle along with the next article.
You know this world's newspapers are just riddled with puzzles all the time. As are regular newspapers with like crosswords and shit. I guess it's not very unique. Depicted on the touchscreen are 8 coasters of various shapes and sizes, artfully arranged to form an apple. These 8 coasters can also be rearranged into the shape of an ostrich. Rearrange the 8 coasters to create an ostrich that's exactly the same shape as the one on the top screen. Interesting. I am jump scared by these noises. I'm very jump scared by these sliding puzzle noises. Ooh, that's... Ooh, I'm feeling weird things. It's not technically a sliding puzzle, but like just that sound effect. Ah! Is it a sliding puzzle? Oh my god. Wait, my guard was down. Okay, this is creative at least. God damn it. Okay. Okay, well, first thing I feel like I want to like separate them a little bit. Wait, that's not it. That could kind of work. No, it couldn't. I guess I'm still feeling this out. I think the hardest part is going to be finding out where to put the smaller pieces, so I guess I'm just trying to figure out like what makes sense for the biggest pieces here. Okay, wait, no. Okay, I see the vision. I see the vision. There we go. There we go. Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Upon careful consideration,
It's like a sliding puzzle, but you have actually room to do stuff.
essential in my line of work.
Essentially, my line of work. You've turned your apple into a perfect ostrich. Sentences you don't hear every day for 500.
Fab, that's just the sort of feedback I was looking for. Say, if you're ever back in London, drop by for a coffee. She's ignoring the rest of us.
Well, I'd be delighted to. Just let me consult my extremely busy schedule. Oh, is he getting action? Shit. Congrats. I'm glad that's working out for you. Do you know of someone who is small with black hair and has a red, may or may not own a red scarf? Well, looky who it is. Listen, I'm awful sorry about earlier. I don't feel as if you did anything wrong, to be honest. It's just that I was so relieved when old Red took to the hills. I might have gone a little overboard with the celebrations. Let bygones be bygones, Mr. Derringer. We were wondering if perhaps you could help us with something. Do you know of a girl in Torito with a plaited hair and a red scarf? Plaited hair? Why, you must mean Scarlet. Better watch yourself, Pard. She look... I forgot that you're supposed to have a southern accent. Or western accent. She looks like a demure gal, but believe me, she ain't. About now, she'll be down at the saloon, tidying up the place. I was just there. That's the first place I looked. Oh. Well, look at you.
Oh, gosh. Well, this ain't good. Nah, this ain't good at all.
Miss Scarlet, do you require some assistance?
Assistance for little old me? Why, thank you, sir. See, I've been hankering for a burger, but I done forgot the recipe.
How do you forget the recipe for a burger? It's just kind of whatever you want it to be, unless you mean a specific. I guess you mean a specific burger. Help Scarlet make a tasty burger by jumping ingredients over what the fuck? By jumping ingredients over one another to stack them up. Make sure to follow these rules. Ingredients can only move by leaping vertically, horizontally, or diagonally over other ingredients. What is this? What the hell is this? I thought I was gonna have to like figure out the precise order of something with like a list of clues. An ingredient cannot jump over 2 or more ingredients at the same time. If ingredients you jump are removed from the counter and put on the burger, you must finish with an ingredient in the middle of the grid and nowhere else. Okay, so I guess the order doesn't matter. Okay, this is very similar to the cat puzzle, I think, from the previous game. Okay. If I want a piece in the middle, then one of them has to go into the corner and jump over whatever it is. There we go. There we go. Okay. We did it!
Here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to
Critical thinking is the key to success. Okay. Alright, now come talk to this big-ass wild animal for me.
Now that's a mighty mouth-watering burger right there. Good work. Hey, who are you folks anyways? I'm Luke, and this is Professor Layton.
Indeed. Now then, Luke here had a chat with Old Red, and he said that he would very much like to see you.
Hold on a minute. You're saying you spoke with Old Red? Oh, I knew it. Ain't no one believed me and Grandma. But we knew Old Red was a kind soul. If they could see Old Red for who he really is, they'd finally start talking, they'd finally start taking Grandma seriously.
Okay, maybe it is you.
Can you tell the old boy something for me? Tell him to stop scaring the living daylights out of everyone in Cerrito. Ask him to try and make peace.
He's not... I don't know if that's the right way to resolve this situation. I think he just wants... I think he would just like to see you. If you could just come with us to visit him real quick, I feel like that would be the most efficient solution.
I think that's something you should tell Old Red yourself. Come on, let's go and see him.
Yeah.
Gosh, now you're talking. You okay with this, Mr. Layton, sir?
Consider yourself one of us, Mrs. Scarlet. Now, we had better go quickly if we wish to see Old Red before the sun sets. Okay. But he's gonna be missing. Oh no, y'all are making things worse. What is that? What's that on the ground? Got you, you big stupid dog. Oh my fucking god! Hey, so we're gonna ignore that I literally suggested this like 10 minutes ago. We're gonna ignore that I suggested that, and we're gonna act like I'm better than this. And that wasn't the solution.
Hand over the egg or you'll be sorry.
Professor, what are they doing? This doesn't look good.
Listen, you've had your warning. Now, let's see how tough you are. Take this!
You better hope he doesn't have a Franklin badge. Robin, don't tell me.
It's not loaded! What do we do? What do we do, Macaw? Run!
Robin, you ninny, wait!
Phew, it's a good job they aren't the most dynamic duo.
What is the opposite of dynamic? Static. They are a static duo.
Look, old Red, we brought the girl. Don't worry, you pretty big head anymore, Red. I'm here now.
Those two. Those two? Those two. Those two. Those two. I'm trying to figure out why you said that, and I'm coming up with nothing. I feel like I'm missing something.
So please stop scaring the townsfolk. Do you think you can do that? For me?
Yeah.
It's okay. If you want to say something to her, I'll translate for you.
They are the opposite of a dynamic duo. Oh, gotcha. They're just those two. Instead of a dynamic duo, they're just them. People, multiple, plural.
It's okay if you want... Yeah, translate.
Rawr, rawr.
What? What's wrong? He says you're not the one he's looking for. What? But how? And I was so sure he'd taken a cotton to me. I'm sorry, it looks like we'll have to find someone else. He's looking the worse for wear. We better find the girl right before... we better find the right girl before it's too late. I suppose we should go back to town and think about this.
Oh, it's probably the grandma then, I guess. It would be the next natural assumption.
It doesn't make sense. Scarlet seemed the best fit at the description Old Red gave us. But Old Red said she didn't smell the same. Well, unless anyone here is actually a dog, I think we could rule out the method of investigation. I don't suppose we could just bring Old Red down here to sniff her out? No, that ain't gonna work. The moment anybody claps eyes on him, they'll hightail it out of here.
We should also consider the possibility that the girl is not from Torito. True, she could have merely been visiting, like us.
We could ask Grandma. There ain't never been a living soul pass through here without her knowing about it.
That sounds promising. Frankly, we could do with any lead at the moment, no matter how small it may be.
Great, well, her house is this one right here. Kind of hard to miss, really. It is literally right in front of you, so if you don't see it, well, you must be 2 rungs short of a ladder, you are.
Perfect, then let's pay her a visit. I don't know what it is about 2 rungs short of a ladder that's really sticking with me, but I think I'm probably going to start saying that.
Well, that's funny. I wonder where she is.
Out shopping, perhaps?
Not likely. Grandma hates going out. She almost never leaves. Oh, now I'm feeling rattled. I thought she might be taking a nap behind the big sewing doohickey, but there's no sign of her. Don't worry, Scarlet. There's no point in jumping to conclusions.
Perhaps it would be best to wait here in case she happens to come back.
You know, I wouldn't mind living in a cozy little cottage like this.
Just look at these wonderful handcrafted furnishings. Original pieces like these add a real touch of character to the place.
Oh, see that there photo frame? I made that one for Grandma. She was over the moon when I gave it to her.
It does bother me when I say a sentence and I realize I inflected it improperly, but I have to move on or else we would be here for twice the time. Oh, there's a little spider. Hello, little spider. I would hate you if I saw you in real life, but you're very cute and harmless up there. Very nice. Wait, what photo? Okay, it's the grandma. It is the grandma. Is that you, Scarlet?
No, that's my grandma. It looks really old. As it happens, no, that's grandma back when she was my age.
Is that so?
What is it, Professor?
I think I've worked out who the girl we are looking for is. However, I will need Scarlet's grandmother to confirm it. This is... Oh, hi! I feel like this is not really a difficult mystery to solve. I realize I'm being given all of the narrative tools to piece this together, but I feel like this is very predictable.
What in the blazes are you strangers doing in my home?
Sorry, wait, that's really funny. We forgot that we literally just broke into someone's house.
Oh, Grandma, I was worried sick about you. Where in tarnation have you been? Scarlet, have these rascals been harassing you? You hush now. They're going to vamoose, quick sharp. No, that's not it. Oh, Grandma, Red's been looking for someone who looks like me, and we don't know who. There, not another word, darling. Wait, did you say old Red? Scarlet, they must be hunters. Scum of the earth they are. Knew they'd turn up at Dorito's doorstep one day or another. Grandma, no. Mr. Layton and his pals ain't hunters. Oh, they ain't? Well then, Mr. Layton, why don't you tell me what you're doing out here, eh?
Madam, please, I assure you we intend no harm. We only wish to inquire about old Red.
No, you can't fool me with your gentle person act. I know just what'll make you show your true colors. A puzzle that is so difficult it'll knock your socks off.
A nightly trial. This country's national flag has the same design on its front and back. Would-be knights in this land undergo a series of grueling tests, one of which involves counting the number of squares there are on the national flag. Prove yourself worthy of a knighthood by working out how many squares are on this national flag. Okay. Well, obviously we're thinking about like overlapping things, but like let's start with like the easy ones here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 17 of the tiny ones. Alright, now we got this. We have this. Hold on, there's a better way to draw that, surely. We have this, these four, these four. Those are all the internal ones. I'm gonna say 4 of that set, and then okay, now I'll start doing the big ones. Well, there may just be one big one. I see this one. And that's the only one that would be of that size. And, I mean, the rest of the flag isn't really shaped like a square. It's got, like, that pointed side at the bottom. Okay, I think I'll... Unless there's some insane trickery happening, I'm gonna say that's all of them. So, let's say, what, 17 plus 5 is, what, 22?
Let's shed some light on this one.
Fuck.
I shall have to redouble my efforts.
What do you mean counting alone won't do the trick here? Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean counting alone? Oh, hold on, let me read this again. Would-be knights in the land undergo a series of grilling tests, one of which involves counting the number of squares on the national flag. Prove yourself worthy of a knighthood by working out how many squares are on this national flag. What do you mean counting alone is not gonna... I felt like I was pretty thorough. Is it perchance double-sided? I think maybe that's what's happening. I think maybe the two on the left are like looking from the other side. And I'm gonna just double this number. No way, I thought that was a 2. Read more. The country's national flag has the same... it literally says that. It literally says that. Whoops. I was going off of the artwork when I said that.
Critical thinking is the key.
It literally says the front and back in the first fucking sentence. God damn it. 44, not 22. Okay. Cool. I forgot. Seems you ain't fixing for trouble after all. What's your game? You must be a knight, and I trust knights. We would only ask that you come with us to see Old Red. What? You want to bring this lady along? I believe there has been a great misunderstanding. What do you mean, Professor? You recall that Old Red wished to see the girl that once saved him, yes? Yeah, and he gave a really specific description, too. I was so sure we'd find her. On the contrary, with a description like that we were given, it would be impossible to find this girl in the present day. Now, had we sought for her in the past, our conclusion may have been very different. Isn't that right, Miss Ruby? Now, how would a posse of strangers like you folk know something like that? Let's just say we were able to establish a means of communication with the resident wolf. He really doesn't want to say that we can talk to the wolf. He knows how insane that sounds, and it'll just start a whole bunch of other conversations that we can't have. That wolf has been desperately trying to contact you, the girl who once saved him before his life expires. Oh, that poor fella. Well, guess I should be thankful you're telling me this now. If I'd have gone sooner, but this frail old body can be a nuisance like you wouldn't believe. We'll carry you, don't worry. Well, what are we waiting for? There's probably a little minecart we could probably just drag out and just sort of toss you in. I love how quick I am to just be condescending. Don't you fret about the house now, Grandma. I'll take good care of it while you're gone. Oh, aren't you the sweetest little darling? Come over here and give your grandma some sugar. Okay. And they're going to be back with a flamethrower. No, they're not here. They're going to be back with napalm. Here she is, Old Red. This is the person you were looking for, isn't it? Old Red? Is that really you? That helpless little pup I rescued way back when? You finally twigged, then. It's me, Old Red. It's Ruby. Oh wait, no, that's panting. That's I'm not even getting paid to make dog noises into a microphone, but here I am. Well, look, someone likes a good pampering. Look at you, all puppy dog-eyed and mellow as honey. You ain't changed a bit, old boy. You knew you was hurting and you tried to see this decrepit old lady one last time. You're a real tearjerker, you know that? He promised to return that pendant to you one day. That's why he was so desperate to find you. That's so. That's so. When I gave you that pendant, I thought of it as a sign that there'd always be a special bond between us. Always. Doesn't feel right to be taking it back. But if it's what you really want. There we go. What's the matter, old boy? He says the paint went away. Oh my. So this pendant's the thing that's been causing you all that bother? Is that what you're saying? Golly, you were just such a tiny pup when I met you. I didn't think about it getting tight around your neck as you got bigger. Oh. I thought it was gonna be a magic thing, but that's actually so much more. We should have thought about that. So Old Red wasn't really ill after all?
He must have been able to perceive that something was wrong, but unable to pinpoint the exact problem. So it was a bit of a wild goose chase in the end. Still, all's well that ends well, I suppose.
Oh, okay. I feel like that got resolved fairly quickly. Dog was choking for a long time. That sounds rough. And that was not an intentional pun on my part. It sounds legitimately difficult to go through. Well, I'll be. I never believed it. I trust Tarita will welcome him in now. I assure you Old Red is a gentle creature. He would never attack this town or its people. After all, this is where his best friend lives. My eyes are telling me one thing, but in my head, it still don't wash. Oh, hang it all. He's a real curly wolf, ain't he? Maybe now you'll stop being such a croaker and keep an open mind. Now I have a question for you, Mr. Layton. You didn't just come here to help Old Red out the kindness of your heart, now did you? Alas, no, that was not our original goal. We were actually hoping to acquire the pendant around Old Red's neck. You want this pendant? That's the reason why you've been chasing the old boy around like a hungry coyote? I suppose now there ain't nothing to stop him coming down to see me. Maybe we don't need it no more. Come on, take it, for I changed my mind. Are you quite sure, madam? Now, what did I just say? All else I could do with it is give it to Scarlet, much as she don't care for it. When I first saw that tall hat of yours, I thought, Ruby, your granddaughter's falling in with a bad crowd. But now, I see it ain't so. Take it already. Got a hunch you need it more than sheer eye. Oh, that felt a lot easier than the other ones. Oh shit, I forgot to read that. We're glad to have been of assistance. Well then, it's time for us to depart. Perhaps we will cross paths again in the future. That felt like just a simple little fetch quest. Unless something horrible's about to happen. Is something horrible about to happen? Welcome back, sirs and madams. I trust your expedition was a roaring success. It was indeed, and we were able to obtain an egg thanks to Luke's unconventional language skill. I guess in fairness, if we're thinking just in terms of the canon of the world here, that would have been nearly impossible if, like, Luke didn't know how to talk to animals. Yeah, being able to talk to animals certainly has its advantages. That is marvelous news. Yeah, like in one of the cities we had like a treasure hunt. In one of them we had to stop ritual sacrifice. One of them I guess was pretty lighthearted in tone, where we were just sort of doing all these puzzles to figure out who had it, because it was like this tradition thing, and that was fun. I mean, it was sweet. It was sweet. It was really sweet. I liked it. This is marvelous news. I shall begin preparations for our departure whenever you are ready. You know, this egg is the first Azran artifact to be discovered in this part of the world. I had no idea the Azran once lived here. We did, but even in our time, it was an arid land. Aurora, you've recovered memories of this place? Partially, yes. I recall that the Azran once tried to rejuvenate this dying land. But their technology was, at the time, insufficient. They could not restore balance to its ecosystem. That is all I remember. Fascinating. So the Azran, like us, lived through ages of varying technological progress. Do you think they started out like people in the Stone Age, with really primitive tools? A very probable theory, Luke. Mankind has always built upon the past in hopes of founding an ever brighter future. And now that Torito has made peace with Old Red, they can look forward to a brighter future too. I wholeheartedly agree. Well, I believe it's about time for us to depart, shall we? Oh, he seems so happy. Everyone likes it. I don't know how you're riding on his tail like that. That bro has a sturdy tail. Oh, okay. That felt shorter than the others. Not that I mind. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just jump into the next one. The thing that would have been the first one for regular people. But I'm no regular person.
According to what we discovered in the Azran dome, there ought to be an egg around here. It looks so tropical and green. It's going to be boiling out there, isn't it? And have you seen how thick the jungle is? How are we ever going to find a tiny little egg in the middle of all that? Dense as it may be, Luke, your keen eye must have caught a glimpse of the small village amongst the foliage, no? A village? Well, I did spot a clearing, but it was full of enormous mushrooms. We've stumbled upon the Mushroom Kingdom, Luke. We are going to speak with Mario and Princess Peach about where the egg could possibly be. Indeed, and I find it unlikely that they'd grow to such size naturally. One should be wary of making assumptions, though. The people of this village are about to be high out of their minds. You're right, Professor. We should investigate and see for ourselves. Indeed, whether this hypothetical village exists or not, we'll find our answer around 100 yards north of here. Okay. 100 yards later. Just look at all these fabulous colors. I'm sorry, but you'll have to spare me a few minutes from my photo album. It must be difficult to live in such a remote place. I must confess, I didn't think we would encounter such a vibrant settlement as this. It's not even marked on the map, almost as though it was some kind of lost paradise. And I think I'd prefer a less pongy paradise? Pongy? I've never seen that word before. What is that? Define pongy. British informal slang, meaning having a disagreeable or offensive smell or being oh. We're in okay, all right, Aurora, you're being a little judgmental. Quiet. Now, I expected you to stand up for it. You were just like, yeah, it stinks here. It stinks here. No, I agree. It's the wilderness. Like, it's not going to be... this isn't a Febreze commercial. Now, I'd like to speak to that young man over there. He may help us find the egg before our nostrils seal up in protest. There's no way it could be that bad. Of course, your name's Chestnut. I will figure out what you look like here in a second. This is a real brain scratcher. No? Oh no, my hair! It's got me! It's eating my hand! What the fuck? Excuse me, sir, we were wondering if you could assist. It's eating me alive! What, you don't get it? Gah, I don't have time for this. It's almost sundown. What? I like his energy. He's fun. Well, that's not exactly how I foresaw that conversation going. What on earth was he doing? Maybe that's just a normal way for people to act in this village. Maybe. I don't think that's a normal way for people to act anywhere. That's insane that you are saying that. Like, with you being an archaeologist and you having knowledge of, like, so many, no doubt, varied cultures with all of, like, these crazy ways of life. Not crazy, but, like, all of these, like, drastically different ways of life. That is shocking for me. That is shocking that you would say that. That you would witness a culture that you don't recognize and you would just be like, that's weird, actually. Like, I can't believe you would say that. Ah, there's a lady over there. If at first you don't succeed. Hello. Are you a puzzle actor? No, you're not. What? What? What is that funny looking thing on your head? Ah, good day, madam. If you're referring to this gentleman's hat, it's actually considered to be a rather suave item of clothing. No, not the hat. I'm talking about what's on your head. I don't believe there's anything on Professor Sycamore's head. Are you quite sure? Yes, of course I'm sure. Oh dear, my sides are splitting. It's your hair. What's with those funny little bunches? They're so curly, like little piggy tails. Puzzle number 45. How do we stop Professor Sycamore from beating this person's ass? Okay, I guess we're doing...
Okay, I guess he has to like just be frustrated off screen for a second while we handle this whatever's going on here. These adorable little piglets are about to take part in a race, but they won't be able to start until they're lined up with the correct traps, as indicated by the numbers on their backs. The little piggies are scared of being moved around on their own, so you'll need to pick them up 2 at a time? Why? Do you think you can move them all to the correct place? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and... This is an interesting way to do this. Give me a challenge!
Let's try this.
Give me a challenge! Come on!
Puzzles are a tonic for the mind.
A tonic for the mind. I love how this puzzle was not prompted by the lady. He was just like, think of little piggies. Think of a simple little piggy puzzle to get your mind off of the blatant roast you just received. Think of cute little piggies and their little races. Think about them going to the market. This one having roast beef and that one having none. One of them staying home just to think about anything other than this. All right, I've calmed down now. You no need to get your knickers in a twist. Anyhow, welcome to our humble home of Pongi. I'm Amanita. I'm Amanita. We don't usually accept outsiders, but I think we can make an exception for you lovely people. Okay, that's very convenient. While I can't say I appreciate the slide against my hair, I admit this place is fascinating. I'm sure they don't appreciate the slide against the scent. You agreed that they were Pongi, and the name, very evocative. We haven't introduced ourselves. Desmond Sycamore, archaeologist. Desmond Sycamore, archaeologist. It's a pleasure. I can't believe how judgmental you are of these people. That's insane to me that someone who specializes in culture and history is acting like this. And like the whole bit is that like these people are weird. That's insane to me. Herschel Layton. Like Professor Sycamore here, I also work in the field of archaeology. I see that the allure of puzzles pervades even the most remote of regions. See, that's something that's more fascinating. Layton's seeing like the cool parts of this. Layton's like, oh, we even do puzzles all the way out here. That's fun. Well, puzzles are a bit of a trend around here. Don't be too surprised if someone suddenly springs one on you. I am so far beyond being surprised at puzzles in these games. That ship sailed literally years ago. I've been doing this for years. That what you choose now to be the moment. That you choose now to be the moment of That you choose now to be the moment to warn us about that is something of a puzzle in itself. Listen, I'm really sorry about laughing at you. It's just, I'd completely forgotten how curly a man's hair could be. I see. The people of Pongi do seem to sport a rather particular hairstyle, I must say. If anyone starts giving you a rough time about being here, just tell them Amanita let you in. That'll sort them. You kept a level head and solved my puzzle, even after I'd gotten your hair. And such wonderful hair, too. For that, I'm grateful, Professor. Professor Pigtails. Sycamore. Excuse me, Amanita, but we have a favor to ask if you don't mind. We're looking for a small egg-shaped stone marked with engravings. Have you seen it? Sure, I have seen it. Go straight ahead and you'll come to the grand stage. It's right there. The grand stage, you say? Thank you for your help, Amanita. You've been most kind. That sounds too simple. Not a problem. Besides, I'm looking forward to seeing your performance. Oh, nothing at all. Go on and you'll see for yourself. No, we need to learn about this. Oh, wait, no, I want to see them dance. Wait, I want to see them do a little dance. I want to see them have like a music episode where they start a band. There's a shocking lack of things to investigate. Oh. What a marvelous flower. I don't recall ever having seen such a species. Oh, how exciting. I think I'll take a few snaps.
All the stock of flowers reminds me of a puzzle. Would you care to try your hand at it, Emmy? Blooming Flowers 2. Okay. Okay, I remember this one. The first one wasn't really that bad. But this one may be more difficult. We'll see. I'm having doubts. I think establishing what goes around, I think establishing like whatever goes in this corner of the house is probably the key to things here. Just kind of putting a baseline, like what we're doing. I guess I could do this, but it's like, oh wait, no, that doesn't work. No, it works. Okay. I'm not especially worried about the flowers matching up because I feel like that's just going to happen naturally if I do things correctly. I don't know. Is that what I had there at first? I think it is. I could try this. I could try doing it like this. Yeah, let's try that. I've run into a problem already. I don't think that's gonna work. This feels too easy. That feels like it slots in a little too easily. Did I just do this? Did I just attempt this? I think I did. I could be wrong though, so let me... That would need to be there if that's gonna work. No, that doesn't work. Okay. This really, I guess this is just kind of trial and error, isn't it? I really do like the idea of this piece being here. Like, that just, that feels correct to me. But, let's see. There's not really anything that could, like, curl around like that, unless, I guess I do this. Well, hold on. Yeah, this isn't working.
Maybe like... Maybe something like that, and then... Then you go along the bottom. And then... Nope, there's nothing that can really go in the bottom left there. Hold on, this feels correct. This right here feels correct to me. And I wanna... Well, no. No. I felt like everything was sort of like slotting together in the very beginning. I don't really have a hook piece. I don't really have one that kind of hooks around like that, so... Unlike these kind of puzzles where like all the pieces are like different sizes, like... The solution usually is just sort of like... Just kind of figure out where the big pieces go first. But like, they're not really varied enough to do that. That's nice. That's nice, I like that. Well, hold on. I don't know what I saw in this, but it's fake. It's fake. It's not real. It died. I love when a puzzle is difficult and I can't articulate why, so I'm just sort of sitting here in silence for a long time. That doesn't work. I feel like this is the most like jagged piece, so I want to find like a location, like a home for this one before I do anything crazy. Whatever I even mean by that. Dang it. Let's try like this. I can't shake the feeling that you're in like the center somewhere. If just that other piece was just shaped like that other piece. If the puzzle just only bended to my whims, we wouldn't be in this nightmare scenario. I really like the idea that this one touches the house. I don't know why. Oh, that doesn't work. Well, I'm just running into the problems all over this one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. They're making me earn these picarats. They're making me earn them. Okay. Okay, let's start with a different piece then. Let's start with like this one. Or like do that. And then what can I do with that combination? Not a whole lot. I'm not seeing a lot of promise in that actually. Maybe you go there. I feel like there's no way this goes on anything but the edge. You know? Like the big long piece. Maybe I should start with that piece then. All the pieces are slanted to the left. Does that make sense? Like they're all... Like they're all this one instead of that one. You know? So like maybe I should work with that. Okay. I can't go with like the most... I can't go with the biggest piece at first, so I need to go with, I think, is the most unconventionally shaped piece, which is what I was sort of investigating for a while. There's the 2. I could put you here. Okay. I think I'm going to tap out here in a second. I'm thinking about tapping out for the time being. Don't give up? Okay. You could do... All right, you know what? You know what? That's what I needed. That's what I needed right there. Okay, this isn't gonna work. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll believe in myself. I'll believe in myself a little more. Have I tried up there? I might have. I really don't see potential in that one. Well, hold on. They could describe everything with one single word. You know? Like boba tea, gnarly. Tesla, gnarly. Fried chicken, gnarly. Party in the Hollywood Hills, what? This song, gnarly. Oh my god, the new beat. Oh my god, is this real? Everything's gnarly. Wait a second, tonight, gang gang. Oh, we're going out tonight, gang gang. Oh, this song's so lit. Congratulations. Gotta be like, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Not gnarly. Not gnarly. Not. Everything's gnarly. Hottie, hottie, like a bag of Takis. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Obvi, they be trying to copy. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Shall I tell you one right, Pete? Sure. I accept this. Can you tell me where this one goes? This is the one I've been trying to figure out the whole time. This weird one. Choose a bit. Yeah, this one. This one. Turn it 90 in which direction? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Clockwise. Okay. Now where do I place this? Put the top pink flower right under the house. Fascinating. Okay. Alright, I got it. You don't even gotta say anything else. You don't even have to say anything else. I got this. Boba tea, gnarly. Okay, I believe this is the only thing that can't go there. Boba tea, gnarly. Tesla, gnarly. Fried chicken, gnarly. Oh my god, the new beat. Well, hold on. Some needs to like crawl in the bottom there. So probably. Some needs to crawl in the bottom there. It's not really. Okay, I don't know about that. Well, if it's not that one, there's not really anything else that can go there. Except this. So maybe that goes here, and maybe this does not go there, and maybe something else goes there. For instance, you. You probably go here. So we can top load that a little bit. What shape are you? What shape are you again? Oh, you didn't see that. What shape are you again? Hmm. If you go on the side, you go there. And there's just no room to do anything if it's on the side. So maybe then you go on the top. Unless there's like some other possibility of you being here that I have not considered. No, okay, so you must go on the top. I'm not sure how to orient you just yet. What is that? Blue, pink, blue, pink, blue. Okay, so if you're on the top, you're like that. There's not really... It's gonna be hard to fit something up there. In like that top corner. I guess, okay, I guess I have access to you now, so maybe you can go up there. And then... This isn't working. Okay, something needs to go in that top corner. If it's not the tiny piece, I don't see what else it could be. Maybe like... No, that doesn't match. Flowers don't match on that one. Fascinating. You're such a weird shape. Okay, there we go. There we go. Boom.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Emmy had a good feeling about that one. Let's go. Let's go. Done. In the books. All right, Thistle make for a beautiful garden. I thought that was like really old English for a second, but no, it's just this will, and they were doing a pun. And so photogenic, I can't wait to get these developed. I have a Polaroid picture next to me. I may have mentioned it before. But a friend of mine has a little Polaroid camera. And they took a picture of me. And I just sort of have it. And it's a really fun little thing to have. So we are about to perform. The flowers really distracted me from the wonderful dance I was anticipating in the moments before that. They've gathered quite the crowd here. I presume this is the grand stage that Amanita spoke of. Everyone looks really excited, and look at all the decorations. They are quite striking. I would wager that there is some sort of traditional festival taking place. Ah, that's just what I was thinking, Professor. Ho-ho, I'm sure. It's true. I worked it out from, you know, what's going on around us. Well, that's very perceptive of you, Luke. Perhaps you can tell me then, what might the reason for this festival be? Well...
Don't worry, Luke. At this precise moment, nor can I. Let's just observe the festivities a little, shall we? Ah, there's the man we saw at the entrance. What's he doing? I swear to God, if this is more ritual sacrifice bullshit. Hey, Chief! Coming up with this routine's been a real brain scratcher. Brain scratcher. So it seems like we enjoy comedy. It seems like we like jokes and making people laugh. Oh, okay. Oh, we gotta make him laugh. We gotta make him laugh to get that egg. I see. No, I don't see. What are you getting at, boy? Oh, no. Okay, so it's not whether or not we're funny. It's whether or not he understands what we're even saying. Oh, okay. How about this? Oh, no. My hair. It's eating me. It's eating my hand. See? It's like my hand's being eaten by my hair. I don't see what you're on about, and you're starting to get on my nerves. This festival's been going on for days now, and all these acts have been going right over my head. Get off the stage. Ugh, I could feel my Your what? Lumbago? We're learning all kinds of new words. Lumbago? Pain in the lower back? Lumbago is like a term for pain in the lower back. I see. Come on, man, it's lumbago. Leave him alone. Come on, Chief. A little smirk never hurt anyone. Why don't you give it a try? Oh, what's the point? I've gone through all my best material and you won't even raise an eyebrow. It's no use. It made me laugh earlier, but not for the reason you thought it should have. No use. Jazzy, love, you're not trying hard enough. Just think of something to really grab his attention. I think we should just get up on that stage, just kind of move our hands back and forth real quick and just be like, 6, 7. I'm sorry. This was a safe space from that. And I made this not a safe space by saying that. I apologize. But Chief Moral's been like this for weeks now. Even if I went back up there and fell flat on my face, that stage would still be a laughter-free zone. Oh, cheer up, love. Life's a bed of roses and they come with thorns to boot. You've got to be thick-skinned. What peculiar people? Are they involved in some kind of contest? If I had to guess, I'd say they're trying to make the village chief laugh. So it would seem, Luke, and I certainly can't fault them for their efforts. But surely this ritual has some bearing on the Horror Stone, does it not? I don't think so. It just looks like a party to me. Then why does he have it around his neck? Yeah, I saw it around his neck. Yeah, no, I saw that before it was pointed out to me. Ah, look, Professor, it's the egg, look! Yes, I'm looking, my boy. Our esteemed chief does indeed seem to be in possession of the egg. He doesn't look like the sort of person who just let us have it. Well, no, we gotta make him laugh, obviously. Luke, at times like this, a gentleman must always remain positive. It can't hurt to ask. Okay. Bro is about to laugh so hard when I tell him I'm thinking about... Ooh, what's my favorite joke? Oh, I don't remember. I don't know any jokes. Damn it. Okay, well, they just told us to ask him directly. Ugh, think you could barge right in front of me? Not a chance. He said, talk to me first. Oh, I see what your game is. Here I am putting my heart and soul into my work for the village, and you think you could just come along and steal my thunder. Your thunder was worth stealing, if that's the problem. Well, what did we do? We were simply hoping to obtain an audience with your chief to discuss the possibility of a trade. Knew it. You've got that beady look in your eyes. Well, you, sir, will not be skipping your way down the queue. Not you, not anyone. Got it? Oh, no. Really, we were just watching the festival. We don't want to take part. Not so hasty, Luke. If we can make the village elder laugh, is it not possible that he might be willing to part with the egg? See, this is so much more fun than ritual sacrifice. There's a lot of... See, the world is so diverse and full of so many things much more fun than ritual sacrifice, and I'm glad we're getting to really see them. Oh, good thinking, Professor. In that case, yes, we would like to skip our way down the queue. Sure, that's great. Except I already told you no, I'm not having it. Oh, right. Professor, I guess not everyone here is as friendly as Amanita. Hold on a sec. Did you just say Amanita? What's she got to do with this? As a matter of fact, Amanita was the gracious lady who directed us here. So she's giving you the special treatment then, eh? Can't win, can I? Rumble, rumble. Only wanted my turn. Just because I look angry doesn't mean I want to be. Aw. Wow, that was easy. Looks like we just have our chance now, Professor. Let's talk to Chief Moral. Well, hold on. We gotta come up with something first. We can't just, like, get up there and, like, look at him funny. We gotta, like, yeah, we gotta come up with, like, the wittiest, the most highbrow humor anyone has ever created. Just a moment, Luke. As gentlemen, it won't do to act arrogantly in the face of tradition. We must approach this carefully in the appropriate manner. All right, so how do we do that? Ah! What's going on? Just a dash of preparation before the big performance. Now, after you, Luke, with a plume. What the fuck did you just... What's about to happen? Ah! Ah!
Quack, quack.
What the... He did all that. And you just got... The deadpan look afterwards of just, what the fuck did you just do? That's what sold it. Don't give up, you two. I admire their courage. I, for one, could not do whatever it is they're doing. Luke is making a brave attempt to blur the boundaries of man and beast. Cracking! The chief must be enjoying this. He obviously isn't. Or not. No luck, it would seem. It's a disaster. We throw all this comedy gold at him and he won't even give us a grin. Something's definitely not right. I feel like the Layton quack quack really caught me off guard. Like that and the face looking straight out of Ape Escape. That was wild. I take it your elder wasn't always of this less than sunny disposition? No, and we haven't a clue what's changed him. He used to be the life of the party, but now he asks as if he's turned toxic. Maybe he just did turn toxic. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I start with the opponent, stood his ground this time. Perhaps a crab impersonation would have had more charm.
I can't believe you just have that. I can't... Do you just have that for precisely this kind of occasion? How did you increase the size of your eyes by 300%? I got right up close, pulling all sorts of faces at him, and still not even a titter. Not even a titter, you say? Well, never mind. It was, gallant effort nonetheless. You're up next, Professor Sycamore. Maybe your hair will do the trick. It certainly made Amanita crack up. If that works. Haha. Well, rather than relying on my fashionable hairstyle, I thought I'd have a shot at some good old British comedy. Okay. A bit of dry humor for that wet blanket. That should cheer up Mr. Morrill. That might work. People laugh at things that were not meant... People who are, like, desensitized to humor laugh at things that are not supposed to be funny. They laugh at things that are genuine. You tell jokes, Professor? Well, good luck, then. Professor
Sycamore's cutting rhythm is just the solution to our community dilemma.
Just wait and see. I can't believe this is the first location some people go to. This is crazy. I love this. Ugh, what is that sickly sweet smell? Is there a fruitcake somewhere around here? Alright, this better be the driest humor I've ever heard. This better actually be funny. Ah, I believe the scent you've detected is my cologne. My name is Desmond Sycamore, and I'd like to tell you this little joke in exchange for that egg. Go on. Once upon a time, there was a family of deer in a forest, a mother, daughter, and a son. The mother deer was renowned for baking delicious cakes, and she would make them for all the other animals in the forest. Everyone talked about what lovely family they must be, so kind and giving. One day, though, the mother deer caught a cold, and she asked the son to go out and deliver the treats in her place. The son agreed, picked up a basket filled with goodies, and left the house. His first stop was a house belonging to a family of rabbits. The rabbit family had never met the boy, but they welcomed him in, saying that, knowing his mom, he must be a lovely boy indeed. They sat down, and to the rabbit's surprise, The young deer began to scoff up all the cakes right in front of them. He then proceeded to smash up their home before darting off, shouting and screaming. Shocking behavior. Needless to say, the animals of the forest learned an important lesson that day. You shouldn't judge a buck by its mother. Oh, okay. I thought the punchline was just the fact that, like, oh, you must be a wonderful kid, and then he eats them all and smashes their home and everything. That was funny. I feel like this little punchline at the end, I don't think was needed. Wise words. Didn't you say you had a joke to tell me? Well, you see, that bit at the end was the joke. It's a witty play on a common idiom. Witty? What was witty about it? And here I had my hopes up because you smelt a bit like my favorite pudding. I think the joke... Okay. I think the joke would have been better without that punchline. I think it would have been funny. It's like, okay, the deer then ate all in front of them and smashed their home. Wait, that would have been funny. Wait, that would have been funny if that was the end. Perhaps these bumpkins... No way, you've just called them bumpkins. What the hell, dude? You're like... I don't know. Okay, perhaps these bumpkins aren't sophisticated enough to comprehend my wit. Is culturalist a word? In like a phobia kind of way? I feel like he's that, which is a bad thing for an archaeologist to be. I sense a storm brewing within the professor. I'm not surprised. It can't be a good feeling to have your joke fall flat like that. Anyway, this is like trying to get blood from a stone. Let's head back to the village square and think things over. What if we just physically hurt ourselves? Think about it. It's like this common saying, right? To make a regular person laugh, you tell a joke about an old woman getting pushed down a flight of stairs. To make a comedian laugh, you push an old woman down a flight of stairs. So, I think we just really need to, like, lean into that. And it would be funny in, like, a cosmic sort of way. How about we put a play on... How about we put on a play next? A real feast for the senses. Do you think that would get the chief to crack a smile? The senses. Of course, the chief did something rather extraordinary. He could distinctly smell Professor Sycamore's scent. In this simple fact alone, there may lie a significant clue. First, someone laughs at the sight of my hair, then someone else tells me I smell like a cake. That's a compliment. Cakes are a wonderful thing to smell like. Even a saint's patience only lasts so long. In any case, we should redouble our efforts. There must be more to this than meets the eye. Agreed. The villagers may disclose some vital information to us yet. Alright. I'm gonna need a word from you. Sorry. That was comedy. That was comedy because I'm funny. It's Professor Pigtails and his luscious locks. How'd the festival go? Sycamore. And it was an entertaining experience, thank you. However, it doesn't appear as though your chief will be in a celebratory mood anytime soon. Oh, well, never mind. Another day, another glorious sunrise. By the way, do you fancy staying for dinner tonight? I can cook up a mouth-watering stew, you know. Oh, really? Have you any traditional ingredients? Oh, yes, plenty of those. Warty fowl cap, mature parsnip, and a liberal helping of moss and bark for that added texture. Sorry, can't tonight. Washing my hair. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe once you boil off the poison. What? Just look at the chief. He comes round every day to eat the stuff, and he's a picture of health. I know how to make him laugh. We poison him. Oh, okay. Well, it pains me to decline, but I fear our palates may not be accustomed to such rich cuisine. Well, it's sweet of you to put it like that, but I know when I hear one. Oh, well, more for the chief then. Maybe an extra large portion will help him get him out of the grumpies in. Do you have any ideas to what could have caused it? I really can't say, but there's definitely something off about him. Something more than just the lack of a sense of humor. Could you pinpoint that something? Oh, now you're putting me on the spot. Let's see, why don't you just ask the chief's family? The Morals hut is just west of here. You can't miss it. An excellent idea, madam. How has no one else thought of this? We'll pay them a visit now. Oh, you might bump into his granddaughter there. A bit eccentric, that girl, but cute as a button, just like her name. What's her name? Are you the granddaughter? Button? Ah, outsiders. No, 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 you're not allowed to talk to me. Mom says you're not supposed to talk to strange children. What? Surely she didn't say that. You must be the chief's granddaughter. Button, is it? It's all right, you can trust us. Trust me, bro. We just want to ask about your grandfather. How do you know my name and about Grandpa? What's wrong with your hair? It seems safe to say we found the right hut, Professor. That's not fair! How do you know so much? Do you know everything? Yes. We're going to figure out exactly how much we know. Foul food. This tropical bird has a terribly unbalanced diet, eating only one kind of fruit per day, either apples or oranges. Each day, the bird keeper pieces fruit into each of the 4 colored bird boxes according to his chart. The bird decides which kind of fruit he would eat that day and then eats every piece of it. Last week, the bird keeper noted that the bird fruit from the blue box... Hold on, this one's hard for me to read for some reason. Last week, the bird keeper noted that the bird took fruit from the blue box 5 times, the red box 4 times, the green box 5 times, and the yellow box 3 times. Which fruits did the bird eat on each day? What? What is the premise of this question? This tropical bird is a terribly okay. The bird keeper places fruit into each of the 4 color. The bird decides what kind of fruit you would eat that day and eats every piece of it. Last week, the bird keeper noted that the bird took fruit from the blue box 5 times, from the top row 5 times, the second row 4 times, the green box 5 times, and the yellow box 3 times. Which fruits did the bird eat on each day? Okay, so it decides to eat one type of fruit every day. And I have to use these numbers to figure out whether it was apples or oranges. I think, if I'm understanding this correctly. So, ooh, my brain does not like this one. Yikes. Okay. So let's just, okay. Let's just get like a baseline here. Let's just assume apples, orange, apple. And we'll see what the data looks like with that. So if it's apple, orange, that means he would have eaten this 3 times, this 3 times, this once, this twice, this twice, that twice, this twice. So that's 5, 4, 5. Okay. That is shockingly close to what actually happened here. Okay, so I'm having a hard time articulating this, but like I think the fact that this one is a higher number means that there is like a larger chance that like if the top row has the less common fruit for that day, that it would have picked that. If that makes sense.
This is weirdly close to the solution, actually. So if I change you to apples, for instance, and that's 6 on the top, and then I change you to apples. Okay, I made this harder than I needed it to be. I just took one away from the one I was trying to add from. Let's make this one apples. So we now have 5. We have 5, 2, 5. Okay. So we need to add some back to the other ones. I think the way I'm doing this is effective, but like it's really effective for visualizing what's happening. But it's like it was a little rough. We now have 3, 2, 5, 3. Is there... If I change one amount, I gotta change the other one too. Let's change the first one to oranges. So we now have 2, 3, 4. Two. Okay. If 2 of the numbers... Okay. I can recreate that whenever I need. Let me see. So this row is a swap between the top half and the bottom half. This one is a sweep between the two halves as a whole. This one is also a swap between top half and bottom half. And that one is also a swap between top half and bottom half in its own little way. Because notably, those 4 days have like an even number of stuff. Okay, 5, 4, 5, 3. So like that is useful if the amounts are not lining up. This one is a swap. This one is a swap for the second row. This one is a swap for the third row. This one is a swap for the first row. If the world even understands my ramblings. Okay. Let's just say orange, orange, apples, apples for the second half here. So orange, orange, apples, apples. So from there, that's 2 on the top. That's 2 on the top. There's 1 there. That one on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to switch this one to apples. Skew the numbers a little bit. And we just need 2 more. So the bottom one doesn't have anything. So perhaps apples. I'm looking at the bottom here. So like perhaps apples, oranges, oranges. I think that's it. Wait, that's it. Wait, that's apple, orange, 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 apple, apple, apple. Okay. Shit. Ignore that.
Set him up and knock him down. That was a cinch.
We're just okay. Cool. Okay. Once I figured out the premise of that, it was still kind of a doozy because like I was doing like, man, I can't imagine doing that without scratch paper. I can't imagine it. Have we proven to you that we are in fact stranger, not danger?
If you know so much, you can't really be outsiders, can you? Why didn't you just say so?
Does that mean you would be willing to help us, Button?
Well, of course. Mom says people who solve puzzles are always welcome. Your grandpa's been behaving a bit funny recently, hasn't he, Button? Do you have any idea why? Oh, yeah, I think I know. He's been falling over a lot. Almost a whole moon now. This morning, he walked in for breakfast completely caked in mud. Mom was furious. I bet.
If Button's account is correct, then there's a possibility that traces of the Chief's recent tumble will still be present. I have an idea. We take his wife, and then we push her in mud in front of him. This isn't about what's... This isn't about what's right. This is about what helps us. And I think she won't forgive us. She will think never mind. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Don't worry about it. But I feel like he would laugh at his wife's misery. That feels like a very common elderly husband trait to have.
Don't worry about it. We'll get to the bottom of this. Okay, but are you sure? Mom always says you should aim for the top.
What the? Oh my god! Hey, sir. If I look up and see if it's got razor sharp reflexes. That was wild. I want your spare change. Oh wait, maybe they use hint coins as currency here. Wait, we should ask that before taking them. I've never asked before. That's never stopped me before. Never mind. Oh my god! Ah! I'm being attacked in real life with a bird as we speak. It's actually on my shoulder. This looks like that one level in Mario Galaxy 2.
Whoa, I think my shoes are filling with mud.
It seems that only the village center was constructed on firm soil. Be careful that you don't slip.
Maybe the chief slipped somewhere around here.
Very likely. Let's give the area a quick once-over, shall we? This looks very dangerous. I feel like, of course, he would have slipped. There's a lot of interesting things that's not letting me examine.
Colony of ants.
I look at ants a little bit differently after... What's that level? What's that Hollow Knight level called? Hunter's March? After Hunter's March, I suddenly don't really have the best opinion of ants. Am I supposed to find something? Oh. Luke, what do you make of this? That was such a dire sound effect.
Oh, it's a person print. That's some hard evidence, all right. I wonder how he managed to fall like that.
I don't know why we're treating this like a case. Let's examine the surrounding area. We may come across a few more clues.
These roots are quite thick and they aren't very easy to notice. Do you think this is where the chief could have tripped? You don't think so? Ah, Professor, it's one of those really smelly Rafflesia flowers. Let's not check over there.
Unpleasant odors should not hinder one's investigation, my boy. Note that the flower has been trampled on.
It has?
You're suggesting that the chief slipped on those large petals? Well, no. He seems like it's been established that he's had like a really good sense of smell, right? And like that's a flower that smells bad or something. It smells like bodies or something. Have a closer look, Luke. Don't be afraid.
Well, if you say so. Huh? That's funny.
It doesn't smell at all. Well, there you go. Sometimes nature can be the greatest puzzle of all.
But even if it doesn't smell, how come the chief didn't notice such a large, bright flower?
Button mentioned that her grandfather only started falling over recently.
We should look elsewhere. Perhaps we can gather more information back at the chief's house. Shouldn't we look around a bit more first?
A good detective should pursue his case from all possible angles. Let's return to the village. I'm not sure what you're getting at. I thought it was like a plant that smelled bad. Or maybe it like released its spores onto him. And the implication that it doesn't smell now means that the spores are gone.
You're back. Did you find it? The place where Grandpa went squelch?
We did indeed, thanks to you, Button.
Oh, then, I'm glad I was around. I wouldn't want to miss all the thanks. But if you want to know about Grandpa, why didn't you just ask Gran? You're silly people.
Oh, we'd very much like to if it's no trouble. Where might we find her?
Her? Who's that? Oh, you mean Gran? Yeah, she's in the house. Actually, I already asked Gran if I could ask Gran to tell you about Grandpa.
And what did she say?
She said to talk more slowly next time and not ask weird questions. But I think that means yes.
Okay. See, already this is a lot more involved than the other one we just did. Hi. You kind of look like that one Pokemon. The badger one. I've been expecting you. A little stock tells me you're concerned about my other half's well-being. Nobody's giving you any trouble, are they? I swear the manners in this village went out with the bathwater a long time ago. On the contrary, the hospitality we've been shown is refreshing.
Good. It wasn't always sunshine and philodendrons, you know? But time's getting on. Best you head back, I think.
Actually, we were wondering if you could tell us something about your husband's recent behavior first.
Oh, that old fossil? He's not the sprightly young thing he thinks he is anymore, but he still reckons he can hunt. Ha, if my other half was half the hunter he used to be, we'd have food on the table before sundown. So you think he's just getting too old? Too old and too senile. Just the other day, he came back from a hunt saying he'd lost his bow. I mean, how does that happen?
Considering how essential it must be when hunting, that is very strange, yes.
Truth be told, I think he's finding it tough to come to terms with his old age. I haven't seen him smile for weeks. And if I had a truffle for every time he waltzed off, I'd be stuffed. But you can pretty much guarantee he'll come barging back through the door while I'm in the middle of cooking dinner.
Oh, he just had brain blast! I see, I'll be honest, I wasn't really listening to what she was saying. Mrs. Morrill, I believe I know the reason your husband is feeling so miserable. Oh, okay. So the goal is not to make him laugh. The goal is to just sort of cheer him up a little bit. You do? You mean it's not just because he's going crazy? It's not dementia? On the contrary, I believe our chief is very much of sound mind. And if my theory is correct, there's a good chance that we will be able to change his attitude. Oh, please, anything to get him out of that dour mood. Don't worry, Mrs. Moore. We'll do everything we can. Please, Mrs. Moore makes me feel old. Call me Lepidella. Lepidula.
Another puzzle solved, Professor?
Not just yet, Emmy. While I may have determined the root of the problem, we have not yet offered a solution. We're going to have to build a special accessory.
Are we making some more funny masks? Oh, how about a big cat this time? Like a cheetah or a leopard?
Oh, that's not quite what I had in mind, but let's not get into that now. First, I would like to focus on gathering the materials we need. Okay.
Right then, what are we looking for first, Professor? Because to be honest, I don't have the slightest idea.
Let's see. First, we're going to need some thin, smooth, cylindrical things.
Cylindrical? Would some twigs do the job?
I'm afraid they'll need to be a little more robust than twigs.
Some sort of small but strong rods then. What else?
Some industrial strength glue would be nice for combining parts, but we may struggle to find that here. Indeed, but we may find a suitable substitute yet. Tree resin, perhaps?
Some glue and some rods. That shouldn't be too hard.
We should be able to find everything we need here in the jungle. No need to travel the world to find such simple resources.
So we should focus on looking for these items inside the jungle. Got it.
Rods and glue. Do you, by chance, have rods? What is that?
Ah, hello, Amanita. What's that you're carrying? Oh, just gathering some bullfrog bones for some milk cat broth. You know how it is. Oh, that sounds tasty.
Excuse me, Amanita, would it inconvenience you much if you were to take a few of those bones?
If you're offering to carry the basket, take as many as you like. Are you making a milk cat broth too?
Actually, we may have a slightly different use for them. We'll be sure to return the ones we don't use. Okay.
Oh, you're an angel. Don't be too long about it, though. I'll need them for dinner. These bones are slimy to the touch. Yuck! Do we really have to use these bones, Professor?
Given the circumstances, we have no better alternative. Besides, I think they should be quite adequate.
Really? But they're all sorts of shapes and sizes. We still have to find something sticky. Could the villagers help us?
Okay, so those are the rods. Do you, by chance, is that sticky soup?
There you are, Pigtails. I've been looking for you.
Sycamore. Shouldn't you be watching the fire, Amanita?
Oh, it's sweet of you to worry that, but I've got it all under control. Miss Smith will be taking over from me in a mo.
Good to know. So you say you were looking for me?
Well, last you'll feel bad about laughing at you before, so I thought I'd make it up to you. I saw this and thought of you straight away, you see? Do tell me if it's too much of a bore.
Okay, so this is just a fun little puzzle. I guess I probably should have examined a tree. Oh, it's this again. Okay, no, I see. What? Why is it different sizes? Wait, what? Oh, there's 3. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, this one may take some more elbow grease. Hold on. Okay, well, I think I have to move you 2, just for anything to get done. I did say to give me a challenge, didn't I? Okay, I feel like I stumbled into that a little bit, but like I feel good. I feel good about that.
A truly elegant puzzle.
I would be lying if I acted like I knew all the moving parts of that, but like, hey, hell yeah. The boars can race. We love that. That was enjoyably taxing. Thank you, Amanita.
Sublime, just like those heavenly ringlets.
Ah, Amanita. What are you doing with the puzzle exactly?
Well, you see, I found that using some essence of puzzle and cooking gives your dish a little je ne sais quoi.
I see. So you're... Wait, so the puzzle was a physical thing that you're tossing into the stew? Do I understand this properly? What's that?
Oh, it's a snail. Oh, it's a snail.
Luke, I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Huh? Why not?
That snail produces an extremely dangerous liquid. I'm really quite astonished to find this species in such a humid climate.
Is it poisonous?
No, not poisonous. However, one touch may still be enough to incapacitate you. Right, Professor? Exactly so. You see, the snail secretes an extremely potent glue. It is potentially stronger than superglue, in fact. Okay, well, that's convenient.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't touch it then. Phew.
We'll have to be especially careful when handling it. See if we can get some in this jar.
Well, the rods and the glue are both accounted for, which means we're nearly done. You mean that's not all we need?
The last component for our accessory needs to be something translucent, something that allows light to pass through.
Something clear. How about glass, or maybe a gemstone?
Glass requires particular tools to produce. Given that the villagers do not even use glass in their windows, it seems unlikely they have such equipment here. Then if it's gemstones we're after, I'd say a little mining expedition may be on the cards. Oh yeah, let's just go mining real quick. It certainly seems that way, yes. Let's head deeper into the jungle and see what we can find. Deeper into the jungle. Oh yeah, let's just go mining real quick. Unless you just happen to have something.
Ah, Mr. Longhead! I found this cool rock on the ground very conveniently. I thought I could use it as a nose.
Button, while you're soaking wet.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I decided not to catch a cold this time.
Oh, you just decided that. Alright. That's good to hear, but make sure you dry off when you get home. Button, might I ask what you have there?
Oh, this?
Wow, is that a crystal? Wait, isn't this exactly what we're looking for, Professor? As fortune would have it, yes, I believe it is. Button, may we use that crystal? I truly don't have the slightest idea where he's going with any of this.
No, this is my treasure. You can't have it.
Or maybe it's like, maybe he's trying to make like a walking stick or like a staff or something. Ho-ho, and rightly so.
If anyone tries to steal your treasure, throw a puzzle at them and see what happens. That's what Mom says.
Okay, I guess we're doing that. Watch, I'm about to destroy this fussy fruit eaters. I'm so ready. All right, these three bossy children would like you to pick for them. I want my okay, I'll read that in a sec. If you satisfy the demands, perhaps they'll be quiet for a while. Okay, I gotta sort the fruit. So are they separate? They are separate. Okay. All right, I got this. I want all my fruit to be the same color. Okay, and I want to have one more piece than C. I want fruit from a tree that isn't on the edge, and it better not be blue. I want fruit from a tree that isn't on the edge, and better not be blue. So you want green fruit. And I want fruit from a tree next to the one B gets fruit from, and I want more pieces than her, and all my fruit has to be the same color. A tree. I want a fruit from a tree next to that one. Does that suffice? Does that suffice?
My intuition should serve me well.
Okay. I was tempted to stare at that for 5 more minutes before I was sure about it, but I was like, nah. No, I got it. All right, that wasn't so bad.
I'm still not giving you my treasure, but I'll tell you where I found it. I went over a really wobbly, really dangerous bridge.
A bridge? Like this tree bridge here?
No, I mean, yes, like this one, but not this one, and you'll never find it. She's not very good at lying. She's great. I like her. Let's go mining. Phew, we crossed it. That wasn't so bad. Says the boy who wouldn't let go of the professor's hand. Okay, well, we will die if we fall. Let's be very clear about that. Only because somebody kept shaking the bridge by stomping their way across. Good to see you two getting along as usual. Now, I believe we're going to have to step through the waterfall. What? Really? Through it? I think I'd prefer not to step under that torrent of cold water, Professor. I'm hardly keen on being soaked myself, but I believe the path continues on the other side. And considering the state of Button's drenched clothes, I suspect the crystal we seek was beyond the waterfall. For such a precocious child, she wasn't particularly good at keeping a secret. I don't think my hat's very water-resistant, Professor. Couldn't we find some way to shelter ourselves first? I fear my own hat is not impervious to the elements either. We shall just have to dry them off afterwards. I don't like the sound of this at all. Can't you do something about it, Emmy? Oh, come on, Nick. It's just a bit of water. But alright, how can I say no when you're giving me those puppy dog eyes? Okay. So are we just gonna... We're just gonna raw dog it? Watch your step, Luke. The water's falling so heavily and the ground is really slippery here, too. To be honest, I'd rather not cross under without a spare change of clothes. Where exactly is this waterfall's source? If we can locate that, perhaps we'll find a way through as well. Oh yeah, let's just plug the waterfall real quick. Is that a rock lodged up there? It looks rather unstable. Let's refrain from walking under it. I'll handle this, Professor. You're about to do something fucking insane. Stand back, everyone. This will only take a jiffy. Oh, that's my wife. Oh, she's scrambling right up the cliff. Oh, wow. It probably is a marvel to see. With the remarkable speed, too. She barely pauses between finding footholds. I can't even see what she's holding on to. And she's reached the top without a hitch. Impressive. Wow. Wow. I can't believe I got to share that experience of seeing it with you two. Hey, you might want to step back a bit further in case the water sprays. I feel like we can't just... Surely you can't just plug a waterfall. Piece of cake. Wow, you stopped the whole waterfall. That cave it was blocking must be the way through we were looking for. Thanks very much, Emmy. Anytime, Luke. What else is the professor's assistant for? Now, let's see where this cave leads. It's very dark, so watch where you tread. See, this is so much more of an expedition than the other one. So we're just looking for a rock. Just a big-ass rock. Big-ass glowy little rock. Ah, it's lovely and cool inside. The rock formations. So curious and yet so beautiful. Nature holds many wonders. A natural limestone grotto. Let's look around and see if we could find any crystals like the ones Button treasures so dearly. Alright, let's just... Oh, bats. Fun. Well, that would appear to be it up there. I think I could see something sparkling up there, and I'm pretty sure it's not a stalactite. Alright, so, Emmy, can you just do what you did again a second ago? Can the crystals we're looking for be up there? Well, I see them. Fascinating. The only form in this one particular... they only form in this one particular area of the cave. But how are we going to get all the way up there? Uh-oh, is this my fault? Did I do something when I knocked over the boulder when I knocked the boulder over before? The pillar, it's shaking. Everyone, stand back. I'm going to attempt to dislodge the pillar. What? Professor, be careful. If I examine the pillar carefully, I should be able to find a way to make it topple almost effortlessly. Oh, the pillar, okay. Okay, yeah, sorry. I did that thing where I zoned out a little bit. If I just remove this stone...
We are very comfortable just potentially causing cave-ins, aren't we? Cave-ins and flooding and... Oh my god. The structural integrity of this cave might be compromised now. Well, that was exhilarating. Is everyone alright? Yes, but... Wow, that was scary. And I didn't expect the whole pillar to fall down so easily. Despite its size, it was supported by the smallest counterbalance. Well, now that we've made a path, let's select a few crystals to take back, shall we? Okay. With these, we have everything we need to make the special accessory. We've worked hard, and I believe our efforts will not be in vain. It just goes to show how resourceful people can be when they really want to. So, now will you tell us what kind of mask you're planning to make? You'll see soon enough, Emmy. Let's return to the village and restore the chief to his former jovial self. Okay. So, no, we are trying to make him... Okay. Layton's got, like, some insane recipe for disaster cooking up. Oh, hold on. Wait, I didn't... Wait. Inspector Shelmy. Okay, I guess we're not talking to Shelmy. What the fuck are you guys doing out here? This is a random ass village in the middle of the rainforest.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
How did you get here?
Amelie, don't tell me this is one of those destinations on your honeymoon world tour. Well, you know how it is. The hubby loves these sorts of exotic locations. They really bring out the explorer in him. Speaking of which, this puzzle seems to be driving our compasses haywire. Our compasses, fuck. Our compass is haywire. I don't suppose you could have a look? Okay. So you have a magnet and it's fucking up your compass? This area contains a cluster of legendary ancient stones. The research of one famous archaeologist suggests that these stones were once used for fortune telling. If somebody managed to topple all the stones by pushing over just one of them, it would guarantee healthy crops that year. Hearing of the legend, a farmer decided to give it a go. This photograph was taken immediately before he selected the stone. Select the right stone to push over. Oh, well. So the issue would seem to be with this string of 3 right here. It doesn't really seem... Which ones can I circle here? I love how it doesn't even consider that an option. It doesn't consider anything an option. Am I stupid? It finally selected one. Oh my god. Okay. I guess my circles were too big. I'm thinking maybe if you like pushed it sideways, you might be able to... Oh no, this one's supposed to be easy. Immediately before he selected the stone, huh? Most of them are ordered properly. I like seeing the Azran symbols on them. That's a fun little Easter egg. I'm thinking maybe you could push this one like sideways or something like that. But like, that doesn't really solve the problem.
Oh no, I'm staring at this. Oh no, I'm just staring at it and no gears are turning. I'll say this one, and how does that work though? If you pushed over that one sideways, I don't think it would work, but I don't really have any other ideas, and I don't feel like staring at this.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Oh no, Emmy's sad.
Not the result I expected.
Inspect the photograph very closely, every nook and cranny. Fascinating. There's probably a tiny little one. Probably a tiny little rock. That's like a button. Damn it. Okay. Is that a rock? What is that? Is that a rock? What's that? Oh, is that a... That must be really large. I'm not sure I see the vision, but it's probably that one if I could select it.
Time to shine.
I didn't detect that as a rock until the game prompted me to really look at the environment. A bumper harvestry. Pushing over the huge rock at the... Yeah, okay. Cool, cool. Some shitty photograph you took.
Ah, well, would you believe it? The moment you solved that puzzle, the needle sprang straight back into their original position.
So the compasses are puzzle-phobic.
I know puzzles are supposed to make your head spin, but this is ridiculous.
Okay. Alright, I cannot wait to see Layton do the funniest tight five I have ever fucking seen.
Chief Morrell still doesn't seem to be smiling.
Are you ready, Luke? Follow my lead. Well, I don't know, he's got a lot of facial hair. Maybe he is, and we just can't see it.
Okay, Professor.
This is about to be the craziest. Who's this, then?
Hello again, Mr. Morrell. Don't you remember us? We came to visit you earlier.
Never seen you in my life.
Are you sure this is going to work? Are you sure he doesn't have dementia? Are you sure this is going to work, Professor? I can't say for certain until we actually try. Suffice it to say, though, that I have a good feeling about this.
It's those Mad Hatters again. Persistent as ivy. What are they up to this time?
Whatever it is, it's bound to be better than your last idea. I mean, really, mustaches aren't meant to do that sort of thing.
If I could have your attention, please. Is there anyone in the village who is especially good at polishing?
Polishing? Look no further, love. If there's a piece of silverware I can't shine, it predates history.
Very promising. And have we also in our midst someone accustomed to, say, chopping wood?
Well, I can't chop wood, but I'm not bad at chopping veggies. Is that good enough?
Certainly. The precise cutting actions you will be used to are exactly what we need. And finally, I require someone capable of handling this glue. That's from the Gluttonous Maximus. That sounds like a Pikmin enemy. You'd best give that to me before someone gets too attached to it. Wonderful. That I should find volunteers so quickly reflects how deeply you care about your chief.
Is there anything I could do to help?
No. Shut up. Professor, why not let the boy be in charge of organizing the materials?
Organizing? But I wanted to help make the mask.
Well, given the complexity of the task, I had thought we would take care of it, Professor. But I suppose we could let him try.
What? Is it really going to be that difficult?
Absolutely. See for yourself. What?
Wow, there's so many pieces.
What are we doing? Some of the objects were gathered are sadly too flimsy for construction. You see, Luke, this is by no means a simple task.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure where to start.
We should only need 3 items. Try to choose objects that are easy for each volunteer to handle. Objects that are easy for each volunteer to handle. Okay. How about this? An interesting choice. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think we can make something that looks really silly out of this.
Let's see. At a glance, I'd say one of these items would be suitable. I agree. However, I imagine our volunteers are somewhat baffled by your other 2 choices. How might they handle them?
Consider carefully which 2 items you should substitute. Right, I'll give it another go. That's the spirit. Just keep trying until you get it right. Leave it to me. I'm not sure I understand the prompt. That one seemed okay. Cut a wishbone, maybe? I'm not really sure what they're looking for right now, if I'm honest. 2 of the items you have assigned are correct. Fascinating. You've given 2 of these items to the right people. One of the, yeah, okay, so the middle one was correct. Okay. Just to verify which ones are which here. 2 of the, okay, so those 2 are correct. This looks glue coated. I'm very lost at the moment. I don't. Ah, there we go. You've assigned each item to the appropriate person. A job well done. Oh, really? Great, so we can get round to making the mask now. Indeed we can. I'll quickly explain how to construct this mask. I wonder how it will turn out. Well, I cut it the way you asked, but now what? Here you go, as promised, polished to perfection. Don't say Chanterelle ever let you down. Hold on. Is this what I think it is? I believe we're done. Chief Morel, if you would just like to place this on your head. Okay.
What? What's this all about?
Chief Morel, can you see us?
What in the... What's wrong with you?
Oh! The pair of you look ridiculous. He's laughing. Oh, are we all exaggerated like those carnival mirrors?
The chief's laughing. You've got to be joking.
Well, I never. Who would have thought the gloomy so-and-so just needed a pair of glasses?
He must have been blind not to see it. He must have been blind.
So none of the villagers caught on to the chief's blindness. When did you work it out, Professor? Do you recall how the chief reacted to Professor Sycamore? Ah, what happened again? He was really surprised by something, right? Yeah, there was a significant difference between our performance and the one by Professor Sycamore. Yours required a viewer, and mine a listener. Naturally, Chief didn't react to your performance because he couldn't see it. So that explains why he didn't see the Rafflesia flower. Exactly, which would be the most plausible explanation for his falling in the mud. Alright, I wasn't really sure I followed this thread to the end here, but I guess that makes sense. Of course, it didn't smell of anything, so you wouldn't notice it unless you were looking down at the ground. But if that's the case, how does he even manage to get around the village? Chief Morel most likely relied on his excellent sense of smell. The potent smell of Amanita's concoctions and of Miss Morel's homemade meals would have aided his sense of direction. Oh, so he just follows his nose wherever he goes. We just made prescription glasses. That's wild.
Alright, give us the egg.
I'll just yank it off you. Oh, well, we could have just flat out taken it, and he wouldn't have noticed, probably.
What are you all doing here? Did you all come up for the rain or something? I don't know what you outsiders have done, but now the lot of you look completely balmy.
I'm glad that we were able to bring a smile to your face, Chief.
Your face is all stretched out, and look at you with that enormous nose.
It appears the lenses that our makeshift glasses provide the Chief with a slightly distorted view of the world. Or maybe we're just that funny looking.
Before I forget, didn't you say something about wanting this egg thingy?
Oh, you don't even know what it is? Ah, you would allow us to take it, sir?
Well, normally, no. I've been bored out of my skull for ages, and my back's giving me grief, and my wife's always nagging. I thought this festival might lighten life up a bit, but no. All we've had is a slew of terrible acting verging on the invisible. But you've changed all that. I won't be needing this eggy thing to console me anymore. It was consoling you? Oh. You are most kind, Chief Morel. We will not forget your generosity. Now, all this talk of eggs is making me hungry. I'm going home to make some French toast.
Excuse me, you can't just walk off without saying a word to us, Chief.
Why not? The festival's been going on for days. It's over now, isn't it?
It's hardly been much of a festival. We've been working our backsides off trying to get you to cheer up. I'd expect you to at least sort out a little bit of fun for us now.
Oh, well, you could have said that earlier, you silly toads. And here I was thinking we were done. All right, then, let's put the Fong back into Fong Yi. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the time to stay for the festivities. Give my thanks to the villagers for all their efforts. Ho, off so soon. Well, you're welcome back anytime. After all, you've opened my eyes to the people around me. Well, that's neat. And the goons weren't even here. There's a big-ass meat on a bone, and I'm gonna eat it and get a hint coin. Never mind. Welcome back, sirs and madams. I trust your expedition was a blinding success.
It was, thank you. In fact, the Fong Yi chief's generosity was quite astounding, and he graciously offered us his egg. We even saw a whole new side to Luke and the professor. Truly, Raymond, it's a pity you weren't there to witness it. You needn't concern yourself on my behalf, Master. Just like his mother, this young buck only aspires to serve, and to serve well. What was that? I find there is no greater pleasure than seeing my master's more whimsical side. Raymond, how... Ladies and gentlemen, the preparations for our departure are completed. I am omnipresent. I am omnipotent. I am omniscient. I know everything. I am God. Now, anyways, if you would, the preparations for our departure are complete. When you wish to leave, simply say the word. Now that he's heard it, I'll have to come up with a new joke. That was my one joke. Professor Layton? Professor Sycamore? I think my memory might be returning. Oh, are you able to recall something now? Yes, I can see an arid desert. Here, this entire land used to be a gaping void. The Azran transformed it into a vibrant oasis. That's what this egg is telling me. You mean the Azran brought this entire jungle into existence? So it seems, but the rest of my memory is still a haze. It's truly astounding to discover that the Azran had such an impact on the modern day, on life itself. Indeed. Well then, shall we set off? Oh my god, she made something horrible and he's horrified. What the? That's the kind of shit that gets censored in Zelda. Okay, so we did all the things, we found all the eggs. What do we do now? We've collected 5 ore stones in total. That should be all of them now. Without your aid, it never would have been possible. But what are we supposed to do with them? I believe all that remains is to call upon the power within me and connect with the ore stones. Power? What kind of power? Each time you touched an egg, you were able to bring back a piece of your memory. Is your power perhaps related to that? I believe so. I recall faintly that I have such a power bestowed only upon the messenger of the Azran. With each stone, I felt a part of me that was once locked awaken. Then, if we were to let you touch all 5 stones at once, is there a possibility that your memories would be fully restored? Professor, I believe your people advocate a certain rule, and here it is no different. We won't know until we try. I can't believe it. We're really going to find out the secrets of the Azran. I think that calling upon the power of the stones will require intense concentration. Have you seen the first look at the Legend of Zelda movie come out in 2027? Only just a photo. I don't believe I have. I'm trusting that they're doing a decent job. Let's see. Legend of Zelda movie photo. First set photos. Okay, so this is a leak. Oh, is that them? Oh, that's fun. Oh, it's not really a leak. Okay, no, Nintendo tweeted it. Okay.
That's fun. I like the picture. I'm looking at the one where like Link and Zelda are like kind of looking across the landscape there. I like that. I like that. I hope it's good. I'm definitely sitting by to watch it. I don't know what sitting by to watch it means in this context, but I'm definitely going to set time aside for sure. All right. I think that calling upon the power of the stones will require intense concentration. I'll need you to be really quiet, okay? Oh, right. Sorry. That's all right. In reality, I'm afraid of what we may find. But being here with all of you, I feel safe. Is it the duty of every gentleman to treat his guests with the utmost... it is the duty of every gentleman to treat his guests with the utmost hospitality. Thank you, Professor. I am ready to begin whenever you are. Professor, I have a feeling what happens next is going to be pretty big. Is there anything else we want to do before we ask Aurora to use the power of the Aura Stones? Fascinating. Okay. Okay, so I think that was the game signaling to me that, like, okay, the entire end sequence is probably gonna trigger once I talk to her. So with that in mind, I think I'm gonna head out now. Because this seems like a pretty solid stopping point, I think. This seems like a pretty solid stopping point before like a series of very like major events now that we've done everything. So I believe that's going to be it from me. I enjoyed those two. I enjoyed those two locations. I did. The story with Old Red was sweet, and I liked the, I don't know, I liked the silly little village in the jungle. They're fun. I like them. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and head out now. That should be all from me. I'm putting up the bye screen to signify that I'm going to say bye, but also inevitably talk for 5 minutes. Oh no, I opened my phone and I hit a Temu ad on accident. Whoops. I'm enjoying this game. I do. Apologies for skipping a week. There wasn't like any health crisis. It was just sort of like it was kind of a mental health thing, to be honest. I really just needed this off my plate last week. I'm excited though. Like the next thing seems like it's like it seems like it's the home stretch a little bit. I've said this before, but I really am enjoying like how this game is like open, how like varied all the locations are. I like it. Like this is the most variety of any of the games, because like normally the games are just sort of you running around the same city for the entire length of time. But I like that this one is like you go through all these other locations and you get all these fun little experiences in every little part of the world. I really like that. I really like that about this. All right. This shall be all from me. I shall head out now. Farewell. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Keep enjoying Phoenix Rising. The change of scenery is nice indeed. I like it a lot. I like variety. Variety is fun. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Enjoy Immortals Phoenix Rising. It sounds like you're enjoying that quite a bit. Or maybe you just enjoyed it a bit. I don't know. I don't know if you're imminently playing it or you just thought it was free or something. But keep enjoying Dispatch. I'm gonna see if I can finally start playing video games for fun again. Yeah, I purchased Dispatch. I'm gonna see if I can have fun with that. Have a nice evening, night, day, or whatever time of day it is. It is at this point it's afternoon. Yeah, it's the sun's starting to set low key. I was actively playing while watching. Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. All right. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get like the VOD up. I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna VOD, thumbnail. I'm gonna do all that now. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Farewell. Bye-bye.